All right. Send Danny Perlman in.
All right. Get the fuck in here, Perlman.
Oh boy.
Do.
As of yet.
All right, Dan.
Yeah.
I got an email here. First of all, before we even do anything else, great job. How's the stand-up career coming along?
That's okay, slowly but surely.
What's your opening bit now that you're doing? The opening chunk.
You want me to like do it on the?
Yeah. How do you grab them?
Well, I mean, I have a thing. It's a lot about how awkward. I mean, I've had like a near crippling social anxiety for a lot of years.
Is that true?
Yeah, very true. It's a little better.
So you
now.
went into stand-up?
Huh? Yeah, that's
A
what
guy
I've always
with
wanted to do. The NBA player is what I wanted to do until I was like 7, and then stand-up is the only other thing.
And you've got crippling social anxiety.
It's a little better now. I don't know.
Do you take anything for it?
Yeah, a small amount.
What do you take?
Lexapro.
What I want to do is take you off that and just see how long it takes you before it seems like we're talking about
I want to get off it.
Yeah. All right. So I've never, by the way, I never knew anybody with a social anxiety that goes into stand-up. That's what I thought. It was so fucking weird. You're just standing there being judged by 300 people.
Yeah.
And, even people who don't have a social anxiety, that's not an easy place to be.
Right. No, I know, and that's what I talk. Like, I don't know. I feel awkward, but because I feel like a lot of people say they're awkward, but they'll qualify it like, "Oh, I'm awkward at parties," but I just feel like I'm awkward.
Period.
Like I'm like alone in my room, and I don't know whether like I should cross my legs.
Now,
or not.
is this comedy or just really sad? I mean, I'm a little bit sad right now.
Well, I'm not as. I think I was sad for a while, but I feel okay now.
Huh.
I'm getting
All
better.
right, so I hope this doesn't get into your social anxiety.
No.
Someone wrote, I just tried calling, and 3 times it got hung up. My voice is high because I had a pulmonary embolism, and I flatlined 3 times. This resulted in me having a hypoxic brain injury and a stroke.
Okay.
And also now my vocal cords are too far apart.
Okay.
Do you remember hanging up on someone with a really high voice?
I recall that. Yeah. I thought it seemed suspicious.
Now this is Karen. Karen, I want you to call back right now. Karen,
even the sick. It's okay.
Loves the show.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I had to move in with my mother, and she can't take hearing the F word. And as you know, Hicks is relentless.
I wouldn't say I'm relentless.
Is there any way to have some non-Hicks times so some of us...
I think we're all adults, Karen.
Her mother isn't an adult.
She's like an extra adult. She's older than me.
Now, does that get to your social anxiety, knowing that you hung up on somebody?
No, I feel bad, but when you hear she has a suspicious voice, and she didn't mention anything about her voice
And
initially.
you just keep hanging up on her.
Well,
Do the impression of what she had to say.
Well, she said, I don't even remember. It was the voice was
So
all
high,
you could notice.
like there was dogs howling around you?
I thought someone was definitely fucking with me. That was the only explanation
Right.
that she could talk. And I'm sorry that
How about this?
there's no way she doesn't get hung
pulmonary
up on a
embolism.
lot because right.
Pulmonary embolism. That sounds like...
It's a bad one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Feel
unfortunate.
good?
She's gone through enough in her life.
Here's what I worry about. When you get on stage,
Yeah.
all the faces are going to get bigger and smaller and start to move around, and then you'll just see like crazy, crazy things like that. I just worry about that happening when you're up on stage.
No, that doesn't.
I saw that Karen
saw
called
that.
for a second and then disappeared.
I can only assume that was somebody who was not actually Karen.
Don't assume that.
Oh my God!
That's
what
what
happened last
with
time.
this.
They hung up.
It doesn't
Jesus
seem real.
Christ!
You're
Don't
making
assume.
She feels so bad now. She feels like
You know
I can't
what?
imagine it's a real lady.
No, it is a real lady.
She has pulmonary
She
problems.
described everything.
it's a medical condition.
This isn't the fucking Ron and Fez health show where everybody's in perfect health.
Don't they just die? I don't understand.
No,
Why does their voice
they
just?
don't just
I don't
die.
understand.
It's horrible.
Please call in, Karen. All right, Karen's not calling now because she feels bad after all this.
Yeah, her feelings are hurt.
I'm so. It was a very strange voice, and it got to the point where I just recognized her number and didn't even talk to her. I was just hanging up when she would
If
call.
you had to have a good voice to get on the radio, I never would have made it. So Karen has every right to call.
It's a very distinctive voice.
Please, Karen, don't let.
Yes,
Dan
we know,
put you
because
down.
you and Zito hang up on her the second she calls.
It's like, oh, high voice Karen's calling back again. Let's get her off.
High voice Karen.
Don't need sicko on this show.
If she'd addressed it up front, maybe I would have heard her out at least. But
Would she have to say that before everything? She goes into
if
like
she
a
said
restaurant.
high voice Karen, maybe I would have put
Please
her
serve
out.
me. I had a pulmonary embolism. Don't turn me away.
It sounded like a guy doing a fake falsetto voice. I'm sorry, Karen, but I can't imagine I'm the first one to think you're messing with me.
All right, I think we got Karen on. Karen.
Hi, Ron.
This is fake. How could you not see that this is fake? Zeets, I need you to weed out the fucking fakers.
That's the same voice.
No, it isn't.
This is what I was hanging up on.
It's so simple to see that this is fake.
That's what I'm saying.
God,
I hung
Zito.
up on this 4 times.
How do you let that fucking through? It's obviously not Karen.
All right, a lot of people writing in
There's
that
no Karen.
fucking Fred does all this shit and meatspin.com is alive and well
Alive?
and there.
What the fuck? There's the dick spitting.
There it is. All that stuff was for naught.
Where did you see it was down?
It was on a website.
Lietown. Where'd you go? Lietown.com?
Liars.net.
Karen told
It was
you
being
that.
reported on the internet. The website was dead, but clearly it was greatly exaggerated. Maybe it was
Now the
revived.
iBank could get sued because of you.
We're good.
All right, we've got Karen on the phone now. Karen,
Yeah.
is this really you?
Yeah, it's really me.
Now, why are you laughing at this?
I'm sorry, Karen.
Funny.
I just don't think you're real. I'm sorry. If you're real, I'm very sorry for everything. But
That is real. My vocal cords are too far apart now.
okay. Well, what did you want?
Let me just, I'll know by this is real or not. What radio show does your mom like to listen to?
Rush Limbaugh.
This is her. This is really her.
Okay.
Karen, I am so sorry for Dan. And
Okay.
what would you like to talk about today, honey?
I want to talk about the songs from New York City.
Okay.
The Pogues, A Fairy Tale of New York.
Oh, I love that song.
It's a good one.
Is that on there?
Yes, that's on the list.
What number?
It is number 77.
Now, Karen,
Yeah.
are you dating anyone currently?
No.
I've got a friend I think would be perfect for you. It's a helium balloon. And what are you laughing at? Karen, what part of the country you live in?
Atlanta, but I'm from New York originally.
Ah, nice.
How old are you, Karen?
48.
Okay.
Why are you talking so quiet? Like suddenly you're sad.
Well, I don't. I felt like I was too aggressive now, so I don't want to keep yelling
Can
at
I
her.
tell you, you're the one with social anxiety. She's fine. This thing happened to her. She's willing to pick up and make a call.
Maybe there's a
Well,
reason you have
that's
social-
you're stronger than I am, Karen.
That's nothing to brag about.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Condescending, Ron.
It is condescending.
And why ask a woman her age?
So rude.
Well, because she sounds 3.
All right, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not going to recover with you, Karen, and I'm sorry about that.
Karen, I want you to feel free to call here anytime, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Fez give you the special number so that you can call and get by the damn pearls bullshit thing,
Yeah.
okay?
So you can just get on. And
You'll be on the
great.
hotline number.
Yeah.
Okay.
You sound tired, though, Ken.
Karen, you gonna take a nap?
No.
Why not?
You know what might help you is just some juice. Just have some really nice juice.
Red Bull or
I
something.
mean, I feel like I could be a doctor. And I just think a really icy juice would maybe help you speak a little deeper.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It helps when I have a cold. My voice sounds normal.
Well, why don't you try to sit out, like put your ass on an ice block and sit outside?
Okay, I will.
Do an impression of like the lowest you could get your voice.
Oh, this is as low as I
That's
can
good.
go.
You just sound like Fez when he's telling us that he's locked up. All right, I'm gonna put you on hold, Karen, and we're gonna give you the number, and you feel free to call anytime your mom's not around.
Very sorry, Karen.
Okay.
Sorry about all the fucks too.
What's your mom's problem, Karen?
Coming home now. I can hear the car.
Oh, she can hear the car. All right, I'm gonna put you on hold so you can give the number. Fez, also make sure I have that number because I never know how to call in here.
Okay.
And is that the same number if I want to call Hicks on the weekend? Hicks and Dave?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't have to go through their fucking person who thinks that I'm not really Ron?
There's a different person every week.
How big's your staff now?
Me, Dave, and Francisco, the intern.
What's the story with Francisco?
He's a music intern, and Rob Cross got him to come in here on the weekends.
That's very nice, Rob.
To run our phones.
In the meantime, I've got the rudest fucking phone screener in history.
I know.
Francisco's very well
I wonder
behaved.
if Karen can introduce me to the Undertaker. Isn't that?
That's the fucking meanest thing
What the
I've ever heard.
I thought that was her. Isn't she his manager?
Undertaker. Oh. Oh. Is he still alive or did something happen to him?
I believe he's still alive.
He's still alive.
I don't think he's well from last time.
What was his
You
name
thought Meat's
before
been
that, though,
dead,
Fez?
Percy Pringle.
Thank you. Dan, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, buddies. Hey, I think we found somebody for Roland. If she likes fat, disgusting fucks, that is.
Jesus Christ.
Nowhere.
Where's that come from? Roland wasn't bothering you.
Yeah, Karen was just having a good time.
Chris, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Oh, yes. That asshole just hung up on me because my voice is too deep.
Come on,
That's Dan Pearl. That's Dan Pearl. He was just,
Dan.
you have to have a specific, easy to understand
certain
voice.
voices, yeah, just don't do it for me.
Dan, how did you know when you got your social anxiety? When did it first happen?
I mean, I guess in high school, I would
That
feel
young,
it a lot.
huh?
Yeah, I would used to do anytime there would be like a free period. Anytime I would in a place where I'd have to talk to people, I used to like fake getting phone calls, and I would then like run to the library to avoid having
Sorry,
conversation.
can't talk right. Yeah,
I would always
hey,
do that.
Wait, Dan.
Chuckles.
Dan, I need to...
Phone.
I still do. The only time I do that now is in like if I'm in a social setting where we have to like play an icebreaker game, you know, where you like go around the room in like a class or something. You have to say a fact about yourself. That's the only time I'll fake a phone
Let's play
call
icebreaker.
now.
All right.
Oh Jesus!
Anything at all you want to ask Dan? Go ahead, up yourself.
God.
Dan, how come you look so awkward when you're sitting around? Like, why can't you just...
What age did you lose your virginity?
Dan, can I see your phone records?
What are your favorite sports?
What are your parents' names?
I mean, I could answer all these.
Why can't you answer questions faster?
Dan, get your shit fucking together.
See, if people could talk to me, I could always talk back, but I would always have trouble making a conversation. It was only this past summer I had like a breakthrough with that.
What was your breakthrough?
I was at a party, and my friend introduced me to this girl, and I didn't know how to talk to her because then he went to the bathroom, so it was just me one-on-one. So I wasn't going to be able to keep up having a conversation with her until my friend got back to the bathroom from the bathroom. So I just said to her, I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up having a conversation with you until he gets back. I'd like to try, but so if you want to just walk away now, we can do that, or you know, we can try to make a conversation, but I'm not going to be able to bring anything to the table. And she was like, oh, I think we can try, and then we were able to talk after that. And that was just like, I mean, it sounds stupid, I guess, but that was like groundbreaking for me. Just like verbalizing.
That is stupid, though.
Yeah.
I was verbalizing my fears, and that helped me.
I think
a
your
lot.
fears are right. I think it was kind of stupid.
How long would you get weird if we all just sat here quiet, though, and thought things about you?
I mean, you know. Well, I mean, you know, it's your show, so you can. But I mean, I guess pretty quickly. Right, like around there is where it's at. Yeah.
I'm starting to work that out too, though. Charlie, you're on Run of Fez.
Ronnie, with Jay Moore getting a new show, I'm a huge Jay Moore fan, especially I consider him the greatest call-in guest ever to Ron and Fez.
That's Karen right now.
Anything...
What's that?
Anything we can do to get them back on?
No, Jay hates us now.
But no, nothing is forever.
In this case, I think it is.
Diamonds are forever.
Really? That is so depressing.
Why? Don't you want diamonds to last as long as they can?
Yeah, they represent your love for the person you're giving them to.
Jay, I know you've made references to Jay Moore's podcast. I know you're still listening. There's still something you could reach out to him.
I don't have any problem with Jay. Jay has a problem with us. Jay got his feelings hurt by Fezzi. He took it very, very personal, and doesn't want to call in anymore. I can respect it.
It is what
You
it
could
is.
you could make the phone call. You yourself could reach out.
I don't like to bother people.
I know. He's probably doing stuff.
I like when
got a
people
pilot.
call me. I don't like to call them.
Yeah.
I guess I could.
But that's how I felt with my anxiety.
What's that?
Well, I feel weird reaching out to people, but it's easier when someone reaches out to you.
I just really don't like the thing that you just said now.
Well-
It just really felt like an attack on me.
Why you gotta
You're saying all the wrong stuff all the
don't
time,
attack.
Dan.
And that was me trying to reach out. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
but
that-
when you
don't
reaching
backfire.
out, it pushed. You know,
Backfire.
it pushed me in an
I
uncomfortable
just
place.
want to do a push-pull thing, and it's hard.
Yeah, don't push, pull. That's what I'm saying.
It's tough.
Pull, but don't push.
I don't have that kind of social control, you know?
It seems like you're doing pretty good with it, though. How you do with the ladies?
I do okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I dated a girl for a few years.
it's just crowds that get to you.
It's like acquaintances are the worst. I can't.
Yeah.
If I meet you and then don't become friends with you immediately, then that's
Like the
the
O&A
death.
guys, the way they're always talking behind your back.
Sure. Have they've said?
They've said some shit.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that, but
Like, do you hate it if somebody doesn't like you? You're one of those people?
I guess if it's just silent, I just assume somebody doesn't like me. Even if it's just sometimes you don't become friends with a person, but if there's a silence, I just assume they hate me, and I'll like run into traffic to avoid running into somebody on the street.
Go out of your way to not see them.
Totally, yeah.
You know what's the problem thinking people don't like him is Dr. Steve. If he thinks somebody doesn't like him, he can't sleep at night.
Freaks him out, right?
Yeah. He just can't stand it.
It's taxed.
And that's why I don't like him. That's my big
right.
problem with him. I do not like Dr. Steve.
He's worked himself into quite a conundrum there.
Yes. He has. Which is, again, he puts himself in a position where, obviously, if you do a show, some people aren't going to like you.
It's true.
There's someone that if someone doesn't like, I could live with that. But like my friend, who I'm friends with now, he told me when we first met, he really hated me, and he just said that casually, and then he like moved on from it. But I'm still,
Right.
whenever I see him now, I still wonder, and I like ask like why, and he can't
I hated
really
you when I
elaborate.
first met you.
I don't
Oh
think that's
God,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I've gone
hated
back
your
and
guts.
forth a few times actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like fuck. I think I
Yeah,
hate
sometimes
him.
I'll like them, and then other times despise them.
well, I thought
I liked you initially, but then when I got to know you and more about your like anxieties, I liked you a lot less.
When we
it
were
was
all
the other
talking
way
about
around
him.
with Fred. I didn't like Fred at first, but now I
What didn't you
him a
like
lot.
about
Whoa.
Fred?
Well, all right. Well, it was a couple things.
Go ahead, say it.
Okay. Well, one, when I first met you,
Yeah.
Ron, it was right outside the studio there,
Right.
and Fred was talking to you because he's been here a while, but he didn't introduce me, so I was just standing there kind of awkwardly, and you called
Yeah.
him out on that, which I liked. And then there was another thing where when we were talking, Fred and I were talking, and he asked what I wanted to do, and I said I was into stand-up and doing that, and he said something like, "Oh, you think you're gonna make it, huh?"
What a stupid fucking thing to do,
Wow.
Fred.
Right. I mean,
Fred being a fucking.
but
I mean,
then
you're the one
realized-
trying to make it and fucking pretend play acting.
That's
Why didn't you
that's what he
introduce
said.
him?
And then he said, so I was like, "What do you do?" He's like, "Well, I'm doing improv," as if that was he's
Right.
the grounded one,
Right.
Focusing on he's got the practical path of UCB. But then I got to know him, and now he's like a half decent guy. I know that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here's Kyle. Kyle, go ahead. You had a question for Dan.
Perlman, where you from, dude? I can't figure out. Your voice is all over the place.
I'm from New York, and I've been in Chicago for the past few years.
What are you saying? So he's got a little bit of each accent?
Yeah, I think I got him nailed one time, and then he says some other word, and it's I got nothing.
What did you think?
I thought it was like Southern California at first.
Oh no, I'm from New York. I'm from Spanish Harlem area.
All right,
block?
good luck with the college.
Thanks. 109th, like Madison, around there.
109 and man. So you're Hispanic?
No, I'm Jewish.
Just lived uptown for a long time. Your family was up there?
Yeah, and now they're Upper East Side. Yeah, all my friends were like Hispanic growing up, but now I've been increasingly around more and more white people the older I've gotten.
So you don't
Which is
consider Hispanic people white?
It's not an answer.
I guess. I mean, if their skin isn't white, I guess. Right.
Do you, Hicks? Because I'm always surprised, like when they put, Hispanic on like a job thing or whatever. I'm like, how's that not white?
It's technically white. Is how it's classified, like science.
No, it isn't, because they'll do. Well, I don't know about scientifically, but the government will always do
Hispanic, right?
Hispanic, Caucasian, and then I don't know what they call African Americans.
I think it's African American.
That's a crazy name. The Caucasian should be Euro American then, because that's what all they're basically saying it is.
Yeah. And then there's Native American.
Then there's Asian.
And they'll throw in Pacific Islander.
You're kidding me.
Like The Rock?
Like a Polynesian thing.
So Polynesian doesn't, because it used to be like Pac Rim, where you would be able to tie in Japan with, like...
Pacific Islanders always grouped with a few other things.
Like
that
what,
no one else
Australia?
is.
Like Eskimos.
Right. It's never just Pacific Islander on those little forms.
Well, where else is it? Who else gets thrown in?
Micronesia?
How small are they?
Micro?
They're just tiny little people?
Yeah.
Oh, they can't even count for anything if they're that small.
Yeah, I wouldn't want any part of that.
What kind of...
I was joking for a minute there, but I'm all right now.
You all right?
Yeah, I just got a little fucking cigar leaf down my throat.
Oh, Jesus.
Wrapped around my fucking tonsils, almost died while you guys...
You could have turned into Karen.
You know what? What the fuck? I would not mind that, because Karen's a very nice person.
She's very nice,
despite the way you've treated her.
You know, a good job for Dan. It sounds like he'd be really good back in Nazi Germany, determining who gets to stay and who has to go on a boxcar, because he's all about who needs to be healthy, who's white.
I'm trying to create a
the
superior...
girl can stay, but the boy must come with us.
I want to make a superior race of voices, is the goal. And purify it a little bit.
Jim Neighbors, no. Whoa, wait, I just heard you sing. Get on.
Karen wouldn't have made the cut.
Oh, God. Wow. You just sent Karen off to the death camps.
I'm happy she's still doing well.
Here's Thomas on the Run Fest show.
Yeah, before Fred starts to get all fucking uppity with Dan Perlman over there, you might want to consider the fact that Dan's father is the leader of a biker gang. You know Ron Perlman?
That was a long way to go for a fucking joke. I like the way Dan's like holding those things like they're racing forms with him at all times.
It's just in front of me, so the newspaper.
Maybe you'd be better working in front of all Hispanic audiences.
I do like once a month or something for a while. I did like an Arab show.
Really?
In Chicago. Yeah, it was at a hookah bar, and that was routinely some of the best I did for some reason. Or something, or like friend requests saying, I thought you were really funny, was from those Arab shows.
Oh, I'll write something to you right now.
Yeah?
Although the people on Twitter are bitching about your voice.
They're mad about it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
You can send it to me, at Daniel Perlman.
Oh, no.
Why do you want to... All right, at Daniel Perlman, if anybody would like to check in with Dan. You like the feedback, though, huh?
Perl. I'm curious.
Sure. I know you are. You're sitting around wondering what Fred's thinking at all times.
Nah, I've warmed up to
Fred, why didn't you introduce him to me the first day? You made him stand next to you like a fucking uncomfortable...
I also have social retardation issues.
He's not retarded.
Socially retarded, a little.
Dan, we didn't get to this yesterday, Spider Town. See if anybody's got a spider phobia. I don't know if this would tie in with your social stuff, but this is a place I'd actually have to fucking leave.
This
doesn't sound fun.
The pictures of this are horrifying.
Are they horrifying or are they great?
They're great and they're horrifying at the same time. Like, they're very beautiful, but also if you really imagined, like, holy shit, if you woke up to this, you'd be like, holy shit, how do I get out? What do I do?
What the?
It's just,
look at that. This is all spider stuff.
Oh, these are all spider webs. So the spiders have created this big network where they can just freewheel around in
yeah,
it.
they're like tubes that
like
they
a
walk
dog.
through.
Oh my god! And there's just like a dog running through here, like it's nothing. Like, look at all these spiders.
Where is this?
This is
Australia.
in Australia because they've had flooding problems, so all these spiders like migrated to higher ground, and they just made this place their home.
I was reading that because our winter has been so warm this year, we're going to have giant mosquitoes with West Nile fucking killing us in the streets this spring and summer.
I'm not going outside.
It's awful.
And that we should have a summer between June and September should average around 118 to 140 degrees in New York.
What?
Oh, God. Seriously?
You can't live through that.
We're going to have to.
gonna be tough.
We don't have it. It's not up to us.
We're going to do people be dead in the streets.
It's as high as Karen's fake voice.
You know,
Dan,
the attack
I'm
on
sorry.
her.
Dan Perlman.
It's just so
She gets
easy.
bit on the vocal cords by a spider.